Good evening, Lizzie boys, and welcome back to my channel. Today we have some Monster High news to talk about. This time it is about Stitched in Style Frankie again, but unlike last time where we only had one image to go off of, one prototype image, we now have photos of the finalized doll. So I'm pretty excited to talk about this. We got to see what her box looks like, what the final doll looks like. It's not too different, but there are a couple minor changes that we can discuss. So with that said, let's begin. So just as a quick refresher, this is what the prototype doll looked like. So yeah, I'm going to be pulling this image up a lot. I just want you to remember that this one is the prototype. And here is what the finalized doll looks like. So on the surface, there's basically nothing different between them. If I'm being honest, they look exactly the same. Just bear in mind the prototype's on the left and the final doll is on the right. So yeah. But if you look at them very closely, there are a couple minor differences. For example, the skirt seems to be a slightly brighter blue, and Frankie's headpiece is just a bit different. The needles are thinner on the prototype's headpiece compared to the final product, and their shoes are different. The chain is also slightly different. It's not exactly the same. But overall, the changes are pretty minor, I would say. Nothing really that major. The shoes are also different. This is the prototype's shoes. They're sort of a more metallic silver and a bit sharper, and this is what the finalized doll's shoes look like. They're not as sharp, and they're also less metallic, but they're just about the same. There's like a couple differences here and there. You can draw your own conclusions, but me personally, I don't see that big of a change. So this doll still looks really pretty. I still really like them a lot. And yeah, I mean, the thing that was coolest to see for sure was the inbox photos. I really like this box design. Some people might say it's a little basic, which I do feel like is fair. It's not the most like intricate box. For example, we have had better box designs. Like I really like the Haunt Couture coffin boxes. Vampire Heart Draculaura has a very nice box. Hopefully this one doesn't arrive beaten to shit the way Vampire Heart has been for so many people. Hopefully this one's made of sturdier material since it has a lot more cardboard to it. I think the issue with Vampire Heart's box was the fact that it's mostly plastic. I think the fact that the window was so big might have been what was causing it to come crushed for so many people. This box has a lot more cardboard to it, so hopefully that means it's sturdier. Yeah. I really like the look of this box. Again, I'm really getting some major like Threadarella vibes from it. This really does feel like an elevated Threadarella. It's really interesting. The box has that sort of vibe as well. I don't know, Stitched in Style is just a cute name. It definitely seems like Frankie is like making a dress, which I believe is the point of the doll. We haven't seen the back of the box, so we haven't seen the description yet, but hopefully we'll get to see that soon. I do want to see what the story is here. It's always cute to have like a little story on the back of the box. I wish that they came with diaries though. Could you imagine how cute this release would have been if it came out during the original run of G1 and there was like a little diary in there with like nice art and stuff? I would have loved that. Very cute though. Very good doll. This doll is super detailed. I really like the mostly black hair. Like just something about that just looks so nice. I swear we never really got a Frankie like that had like almost like a solid hair color. Like, obviously Frankie's hair isn't solid black, there is still white, but, why did I pick this photo? Why did I pick this photo to put on the screen while I'm talking about her hair? Yeah, the hair does actually seem to mostly be black. Like, from the back here, there's no black white streaks and all that black, but there are 2 white streaks at the front and in the bangs. Some people have said that they don't like the bangs. Me personally, I don't really care that much. I'm not really a stickler for the way doll bangs are rooted, but I understand the criticism. There is definitely a better way to root bangs. For example, if you look at basically any of Frankie's dolls that have bangs, typically it'll be like rooted in the part line, and then the hair comes forward and is cut instead of it being rooted right along the hairline. It's a different thing. The part line is like where the hair like is parted, and the hairline is basically like along the forehead, like the top of the forehead. So yeah, if I'm being honest, I do prefer the ones rooted out of the part line. These ones do look a bit strange, but it doesn't bug me too much. Overall, I still like the design of the doll. I just hope I get one with good bangs, I guess. The saddle stand sucks. The saddle stand is the worst thing Mattel has ever done, and I hope that they at least start making it out of like a more sturdy material, or I guess a more flexible one, because the issue is that they keep using this clear acrylic plastic that breaks very easily. Fortunately, I haven't had a saddle stand break recently, but yeah, I don't like saddle stands. I don't like them. I remember the first time I got one was with Power Ghouls Toralei, and it broke. Like within a week of me getting her. So I immediately had to switch her to a normal doll stand anyway. I would really like to see them use the normal one. Anyway, Frankie has a lot of nice details. I really like the chains up her arm. It kind of looks like barbed wire. Like, rather than chains, this almost looks like barbed wire to me. I don't know, it just kind of does. I really like the chains hanging from Frankie's hair. It's a really cute piece. And I really like the safety pins along their head as well. It kind of looks like barrettes, and it's really cute. She's wearing ears, right? She's wearing ears. She's wearing earrings. They seem to be like little needles with a thread wrapped around them. That's pretty cute. And I adore this doll's lip color. That shade of silver is just really nice, and I like it a lot. All in all, I feel like this is a fantastic Frankie doll. Probably their best alumni doll yet, because honestly, the competition's not that steep. It's basically just Cree Production, Real Drama, Haunt Couture Midnight Runway, and what else? There's something else. Voltageous. I forgot about Voltageous. Yeah, this is by far my favorite Frankie release. I really like this doll, and I'm excited for her to release. So, another thing about this doll, a lot of people have been asking me when she's releasing. I don't know for sure, but I believe from what information we do have from Amazon, which is where this doll will be sold for $50, they should be releasing around the end of this month, the end of October to the beginning of November. Of course, this can always be pushed forward or backward, so I feel like at latest this doll might end up releasing around Christmas, but I think it's going to be before that. I can see this doll going up for sale before that. Since this is a Frankie doll and not a Draculaura, I'm hoping that this doll doesn't sell out immediately upon release. I feel like it's unlikely that she'll sell out. Like, Holiday Claudine is still available, Holiday Scalita is still available. It seems to only sell out when it's Draculaura. Kind of like how Vampire Heart keeps selling out and popping back into stock. It's a very, very confusing process if you want to get Vampire Heart Draculaura. Basically, you just have to check Amazon every hour-ish to see if she's gone back in stock. But, yeah, it's not the point of this video. We're talking about Frankie. Hopefully it'll be a lot simpler with this doll, and hopefully Amazon doesn't ship this doll out to people just on her own, not in a shipper, with the label slapped on the front window of her box. Yeah, I don't know why they shipped out some Vampire Heart Draculauras like that, but let's just hope that doesn't happen anymore. Yeah, overall, fabulous Frankie, and I'm just glad that the prototype and the final doll really aren't that different. So I'm going to call it there on talking about Frankie, but I did want to ramble about something else, and that something else is that I am tired of seeing the main ghouls, minus Claudine, and I will explain why. So, basically, I feel like if anybody deserves a new collector doll after this new Frankie and this new Draculaura, I feel like it's Claudine, because throughout the original run of G1, Frankie had a collector doll in the form of the first ever Comic-Con. Draculaura got her own collector doll in the form of that 2015 doll, the really tall one with the umbrella. Claudine never got anything. Her first ever collector doll ended up being Haunt Couture, and her second collector doll has been the Holiday one. I want to see more of Claudine. I really feel like she deserves a new collector doll, and if they want to do something for her similar to these two that they did, like Vampire Heart Draculaura and Stitched in Style Frankie, that would be awesome. I really want them to do a new Claudine collector doll. I think it would be really good for her to have one of these sort of personalized ones, because Holiday Claudine's kind of ugly. She's kind of ugly. Yeah. I also want to see new characters, and by new characters, I mean existing ones. For example, I would absolutely love if they would give me an alumni Toralei. We need an alumni Abby. Toralei and Abby are two characters I definitely think deserve alumni dolls. Like, we've gotten Spectra. Not really, because she hasn't been released, but Spectra, we know we're getting her. We've gotten Skeleta, and we've gotten Gulia. But we need more. We need more characters, you know? I would really love to see a Toralei. I'm really hoping that that happens at some point, because if we get an alumni Toralei, I will be buying 35 of her. That's not a joke. I will actually buy 35 of her. But, yeah, basically, I just want to see more variety. I am getting a little sick of the main ghouls. I know that they're the main ghouls for a reason, but Monster High has so many characters, dude. Like, there's over 50 characters to choose from. Like, I feel like Widona, Iris, and Scara are unfortunately very unlikely to get new dolls, same with Wisp, but I really want them to. Those are 4 characters I would love to see get an alumni doll at some point. So, yeah, I guess that's my little ramble. Basically, I'm just hoping we can get some more variety soon, because Draculaura does not need any more dolls for at least a year. I think we need to let her rest. So yeah, with that said, that's the end of the video. I don't have anything else to say, but I'm interested in hearing what you guys have to say about this Frankie. So yeah, as always, thank you guys so much for watching this video, and I hope to see you in my next one. Bye!